Bucks club. Moncrief, the defensive player of the year. Let's see what happens tonight. I guess Don Nelson has to say to the players, John, hey, look, we got to look at it like it's 0-0 and we got to win 4 in a row.
Sure, you got to take them one, and at this point, take them one at a time, Dick. And the Bucks defensively have made one adjustment. They're not going to double up on Bird like they have in some of the games. They're going to try to play him head up so that he can't make those great passes that he's so good at.
And Marcus Johnson starts on Larry Bird, 1-on-1. Bridgman matched up against Maxwell. There's Maxwell, and the Celtics lead 2-0.
Cedric Maxwell from Bird.
Bob Lanier out high. Bridgman guarded by Maxwell. And now Moncrief. Lanier. Strong rebound by Dennis Johnson against Moncrief. And here come the Celtics. Gerald Henderson.
Dennis Johnson blocks out well. He's fundamentally very sound, and he's big with long arms, so he makes it tough on Sidney inside.
Lanier shooting just 40% from the floor in this series. He got the roll. We're tied at 2.
There was an example, Dick. No double up, and Dauber caught the ball further out on the floor, which they would like for him to do, and then let him maneuver and see the double up if it comes.
Bird around the Parrish screen. Slapped away by Parrish, but Moncrief controls. Doesn't leave it in the hole. Maxwell with it to Dennis Johnson. Johnson enjoying a tremendous series. Henderson, little bump, no call. Lanier with the rebound. Big Bob leads the break. Marcus to the middle. And Lanier. Bucks 4-2 now over Boston. Darryl Garrettson working the game along with Jess Kersey. Now Darryl is going to wipe up the basketball. Got a little bit wet there. Lanier off to a good start, John.
And the Bucks wanting to come out and run. This is what they wanted to do in the other game, and they did it in the first half. Assert themselves when the fast break is there. Pick the pace up a little bit more at home than they did on the road.
Boston virtually unbeatable at home. They are a tough club in Boston Garden.
Yes, that's why in the next series, if it's Boston and if it's LA, that home court advantage is a real factor.
Whistle by Kersey. The foul will go against Bob Lanier. That'll be the first and the first team foul.
Number 16.
We've seen Lanier get into early foul trouble a couple of times just because of a real quick big step that Parrish has right here. He'll catch the ball and steps very, very quickly inside. And he gets a little push from Lanier.
Johnson ties it. 9:45 to go first quarter. Dick Ansky with John McLaughlin. Glad you've joined us on Sports View for Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals, the Bucks and Celtics. Moncrief couldn't get it up. Here's Bird, and the Celtics run. Gerald Henderson. That's DJ. Boy, he is just shooting the lights out. Dennis Johnson, 20 out of 46, 43%. He's scoring at 19 a game in this series. Marcus Johnson with a strong move.
Well, that was a controlled break, and Marcus and Sidney and a lot of the Bucks players have an advantage there because then they can go that explosive quick step.
Maxwell is hammered as he went up for the jump shot. He'll get a pair.
Number 8, Marcus.
Now that foul is on Marcus Johnson trying to give help on Junior Bridgman, and you can see Maxwell has quite a bit of size on Bridgman. So when Junior's in the game, the Celtics generally, if they don't have a break, they'll try to go to that post-up option with the size advantage. The Bucks on the other end, they'll try to go to Bridgman with more quickness outside, although Maxwell quite quick for his size.
Maxwell now with 15 out of 18 from the line in this series. 16 of 19. Free throws a story. The Celtics shooting 87% from the line.
Yeah, and in the first 2 games they were shooting 90%, so you can't foul them because they're going to knock it in.
And we've told you that Bird has hit 24 in a row in this series coming into this game. Lanier in the paint. No foul. Parrish with the rebound.
Now that's what he's done throughout. Played the good D and made it tough for Bob to get the easy shot.
Bird backs in against Johnson. Now DJ posting up Moncrief, loses him, but can't hit it. Bob Lanier with the rebound. Junior Bridgman's been quiet in this game. Marcus isolated against the guard. Goes to the hole. No basket, says Kersey. The foul by Dennis Johnson on the dribble.
You know, Dick, that's an interesting call. Now, I can see how in some cases, now watch where the foul occurs. Sometimes there's the foul right there. Sometimes they'll give continuation, and other times they haven't. I've seen it go both ways, at least that far out.
Bird with the steal. That's a turnover. Here's Maxwell, stolen by Dunleavy. Quick hand.
Beauty.
Maxwell not getting back into the defense. It's 5-on-4. Moncrief to the paint. He saw it, goes to the hoop, and he'll get 2.
Wow, you know, he took a chance there, Dick. Marcus was wide open under the basket. Sidney elected to take it inside, and a lot of times, now watch it, it is not easy to shoot over these big guys, but Moncrief is very good.
They're saying no shooting foul. It's a common foul out of bounds to Milwaukee. I don't believe that call.
Yeah, it was on Parrish.
Lanier.
I don't believe that call.
That's really strange. Dennis Johnson has it punched away by Lanier. Bob Lanier hits our monitor as he comes by, very unhappy with the call.
Don't do that
again. Okay, Daryl Garrettson. Don't blame us, Daryl. He's laughing about it, but that call, we'd like to have Garrett watch the replay of that call.
I can't believe that. If Moncrief wasn't shooting or in the act of it.
Unreal. Here's Robert Parrish. Floor rebound to Bridgman. Lanier was way down the floor, but he's covered up by Bird. Bridgman. Good. Tied at 8.
Good two-man basketball there, Dick. Get a shooter over with a post-up player.
7.5 to go first quarter. Parrish after the double team, and he stuffs it.
Now, I don't know why Bob would do that in that situation. I guess he thought he might go for the steal. Nelly gave him a look like, don't do that. That's not the time to do that.
Celtics by 2, looking for the sweep. They were swept by Milwaukee last year. What a difference a year makes. And maybe a player or two.
New coach, the player, and a healthy player in Bird.
Moncrief ties it. Now, why don't we get into that? Fitch went over to Houston.
Right.
We know there were internal problems on the Celtics last year.
Right.
Bird, you say, was not feeling well in last year's series.
He was sick in that series. Now, that's taking nothing away from the Bucks, but he was sick in that series. And Dennis Johnson, of course, not with the club. But to sweep them, even with all that, was quite a feat.
Bird tried to shoot it in from the seat of his pants and misses. Dunleavy, yes! Bucks by 2. Here's Henderson. He's got Lanier in a mismatch. Now a double team on Gerald. Looks for Johnson. Dennis gets it into Maxwell. Goes up and scores.
Good crossover by Maxwell. Got Lanier leaning and then crossed over and took it inside for an easy deuce.
They really hit open men, don't they?
Yes.
Tied at 12. Bridgman works on Maxwell. Nearly stolen by Bird, and we'll get the foul on Bird, called by Garrettson.
Amazing thing about Bird, Dick, as good a defensive player as he is, as much time as he plays, he very seldom gets that many fouls. Here it is again.
6:01 to go first quarter. We're tied at 12. Dick Gansky with John McLaughlin at the Milwaukee Arena, where the Bucks and Celtics are tied 12-all. So far, things pretty even, John. Milwaukee shooting 6 of 11 from the floor, and Boston 5 of 11.
This is pretty much how the third game, the game Saturday, started out, Dick. Also a little faster pace, pretty much even until late in the second quarter. The Bucks opened up a lead somewhat. Of course, the second half changed around. But I think the Bucks playing this pace is more of a positive than the real slowdown that they played in Boston.
Sidney Moncrief will put it in play directly in front of our broadcast location. Mokeski is in for Lanier. Nice bank by Marcus Johnson.
You know, right now, it seems that the Celtics aren't doubling down or shutting up the inside quite as well as they have in the first few games, and that's good for Milwaukee.
All right, now you see the 3 out front, and now Johnson and Maxwell play 2-on-2. Air ball by Cedric Maxwell on that hook shot. Marcus Johnson puts it between his legs and scores.
Now, Dick, you see right there, a little faster pace allows the Bucks to come up and just take a little open jump shot like that with the defense backpedaling.
6 for Marcus. He is high in the game along with Maxwell. DJ. Parrish with the rebound. Hits Mokeski. They're calling Big Paul for the foul.
Well, the Bucks have controlled the offensive boards more so in this series than Boston, but that's because Boston has not missed that many to get it back. This is one they get back, and they'll go to the line.
Robert Parrish at the line for Boston. Shooting 2.
Parrish at the line. Robert Parrish now 9 out of 14 for the line in this series. He shoots well for a big man.
He shoots very well. He's only averaging 12 points a game in the series, but that's not because he's not doing his job. They just haven't gone to him as much.
Well, and the other thing, John, they have 6 players averaging in double figures.
Right.
They really move the ball around.
Yeah.
What a pass.
Good pick.
Yes, sir. Junior Bridgman gives the Bucks an 18-13 lead. Henderson gets 2 of them back.
Quickness.
Gerald Henderson.
Bucks by 3. Stolen by Maxwell. He was working against Bridgman, lays it up and in. Big play by Maxwell.
Now there's a big man, a tall man at 6'9", who can get back and play that guard position.
Marcus inside, rebound to Parrish. Outlet, here come the Celtics. Henderson doesn't have the numbers. Bird doesn't get the shot against Mokeski. And we got a 3-second call against Boston. Wipe out that hoop.
Well, I think Bird passed up a couple of shot opportunities. He's going to have to look for that, and they would like to see him take the shot.
And he had a slow start Saturday also.
He really didn't have a quality Bird game, and yet you looked at his line, and it was great. Bridgman.
My goodness, he's hot. Junior Bridgman starting at a forward in these last 2 games, averaging 16.3 a game.
Yeah, they started him instead of Lister to try to give the Bucks more offensive punch.
Parrish, and he's fouled by Mokeski, and big guy Paul Mokeski getting in trouble. He had a tremendous game here Saturday afternoon.
He's done a great job. He's done an excellent job throughout. But Moe is complaining on this particular call. However, it is a foul. Put his hands on Parrish to start with, and then he committed a foul.
Number 25.
So Parrish goes to the line. Paul Pressey coming in for the Bucks, replacing Mike Dunleavy. And Kevin McHale strips off the warm-up. He will come for the Celtics.
Did he just come out of the phone booth?
Well, I'll tell you, he is something else. The best 6 man in basketball as voted by his peers, the players, out of Minnesota, a teammate of Randy Brewer.
That's right. They were roommates for one season.
Boy, who could put up with those 2, huh?
Yeah.
Here's Henderson.
I don't think there's a phone booth big enough for McHale. I take that back.
We're tied at 20 on the Henderson jumper. 3:45 to go first quarter. Bucks have to have this one and 3 more. And they're off to a great shooting start, 63% from the floor. Bridgman couldn't get the roll. He had Bird beat. Great pass from Johnson.
Woo. Whoa, thread the needle.
Just a tremendous pinpoint pass. Celtics lead 22-20. Mokeski. Moncrief takes it again inside, and he'll go to the line.
That's on Gerald Henderson. He's the guy that came in to give help. But we can see Moncrief getting the penetration on Dennis Johnson, taking him out. Look, Dennis Johnson's right on him. Good defensive player. The fake and the foul. But Dennis held his ground.
Shooting 2.
Just a great player here, Sidney Moncrief.
If Sidney Moncrief had a little bit more range on an outside shot, let's say somewhere in the vicinity of, shooting it a little bit like Junior, maybe not quite that good, he would be unbelievable. He's maybe unbelievable anyway.
He will definitely make your basic all-pro team. McHale with under 3 minutes to play now. Nice defensive play by Bridgman, and stolen and then restolen. Boy, I thought Moncrief had it there. And we've got the offensive foul called by Garrettson.
Mo Kess taking the charge. Dick, he does that as well as any big man I've seen. He moves in there and he'll move to the penetration and then stand there and take it. Look, had to be that call.
12 points and 12 rebounds in the Game 3 loss. Well, the score, we're tied 22-all. Tonight's game is an exclusive presentation of SportsView Cable Network. At 22 here at the Milwaukee Arena. First quarter action. We've got 2:51 to go. Don Nelson, the man in the light tan sport coat there with the Brain Trust. Mike Schuler. What do you think? Nelly thinking about going upstairs in the front office?
I think he's thinking about it. I don't think he's given a lot of thought to it now, though, because he's too involved in doing what he must do. Coach his ball club. He'll think about it this summer, but I wouldn't be surprised if that does happen.
And you saw K.C. Jones with Jimmy Rogers, his assistant. K.C., I think one of the reasons for the Celtics' success. Look at the agility for Parrish.
Oh, that's amazing.
That is just unbelievable. And he went the length of the floor with the dribble.
What more can you do? Anticipate the pass, steal it, dribble it all the way in with quicker guys on you.
I know he did that in Boston against Lanier, and came out and left Bob at the line. Well, Junior answers with a 20-footer, and we're tied at 24.
Good screen by Moncrief. McHale didn't like it.
Paul Pressey, as we said in the lineup, guarding Dennis Johnson, with Henderson matched up against Moncrief. Bird got Pressey on his hip, and boy, I'll tell you, he's got to want the ball in that situation.
Well, Paul Pressey showing you, as Quinn Buckner comes in, showing you some of his versatility. He can go up and play almost anyone under about 6'9". Bird's right at 6'9", but he's still going to give up some size. Even though he's got those long arms and he's a good defensive player, Bird is physically very strong.
Well, Bird is now 25 in a row in this series at the line. He was 14 out of 14 in Game 2, 8 of 8 in Game 3, and he made his last 2 in Game 1.
Great shooter.
So now he shoots for 26 in a row, and he's got it.
That's from standing down on those courts in southern Indiana behind his house and just shooting all day long.
Thousands and thousands of shots.
He may have used the same court I did. He shoots almost as well, huh?
yeah, but you're better looking, Jack. Rebound inside, and we've got a foul. It may go against Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
2 on Bird.
Bird didn't think he committed his foul. Let's see. Mo gets it in. And takes it right to the hoop. He puts the pressure on the defensive man. You have to make that call.
McKeskey at the line. He has had a very good series. Averaging 9 a game. And he misses. He'll get another. Maxwell for Bird here. McKeskey again, as we said, a dozen Saturday, and he also had 12 rebounds. Missed both free throws.
Got to make them.
Boy, that's been a story in this series.
That's right. You know, Dick, two things. One, you've got to get to the line as a team. And then two, it doesn't matter if you don't make them.
Bridgman takes a blow as Marcus Johnson comes back. Lanier and McKeskey, now the Muscle Boys, both in the lineup for Milwaukee. There's Lanier.
The double up came too late.
Lanier having a very good first quarter. The big guy now with 6. He had the first 2 hoops right out of the gate. Nice play to Buckner.
They run that so well. LA does that also. When the guard goes to double up, you just shoot the seam or the gap, whichever you want to call it, the opening. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, right to the basket, the weak side has to be there.
There's a mismatch. Lanier, great pass.
Great pass, and Pressey's easy to pass to because he can get up and get it.
28 all. Coming up to the 1-minute mark in the first quarter. McHale has been very quiet. Here's Dennis Johnson. He's isolated with Lanier. Punched away and stole it. Nice play by Paul McKeskey. Here's Pressey inside. Too strong. And the foul called by Darryl Garrettson. It's going against the Bucks.
Yep. Good defense by Dennis Johnson. He forced Paul Pressey into a difficult shot, even though Press can challenge you. And on the miss, the Bucks get the foul, I believe, on Marcus Johnson. Yes.
Well, you're talking about great defense. There's a guy who played a lot of defense, K.C. Jones.
Yeah, some of it was on me, and I'll tell you, he got right in your trunks with you. And you couldn't lose him, 94 feet.
Story about him, he tried out for a pro football team, I'm not sure which, and I'm told that K.C. played the guy uptight at the line of scrimmage. He was a defensive back. And I am told that he started the bump and run tactic with his quickness.
Oh, really? I've
yes.
never heard that.
K.C. Jones, a tremendous athlete.
He had great lateral movement, and to be able to bump and run, or to be able to come out here and play a guy inline to inline, you've got to have good lateral quickness. Something I can never spell or even look at.
Well, Buckner hits 1 of 2, so the Celtics lead by 1. We are at 48 seconds and counting in the first quarter. Pressey again punched away. This time Buckner got a piece of the arm of Paul Pressey. And Jess Kersey spotted it.
McHale was there for the weak side help, but the foul occurred first. And the Bucks a little bit more successful at getting inside on the Celtics so far in this game.
Harvey Catchings jumps off the Bucks bench. Pressey misses the first. With 41 seconds left, they're just going to get Lanier off the floor. They don't want another personal foul. Lanier just with 1 foul. There's Harvey. And now Pressey at the line, looking for 1 of 2 anyway. He gets it. Tied at 29. 35 seconds to play. Dennis Johnson in and out. Touched all of the iron. Pressey on the break. Works on Buckner. Now pulls it out. Gets it underneath. Parrish, and they're calling the foul.
Parrish is not an easy guy to take it inside on. He's very difficult to get above, but Mo, look at a good position here. Now watch him turn quickly for you young people. Pivot step, drop step, and take it to the hoop.
You know, if Lanier does decide to hang him up, Dunleavy comes in. We're basically looking at McKeskey as the starting center, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so. Unless they wanted to use Lister in that position and move McKeskey over to the forward and let them alternate, but a combination of course.
And of course, we're not allowing for the NBA draft, which will take place in June, or any trades. But McKeskey has earned his spurs this year. He's been with 4 ball clubs, and he's finally found a home.
Boy, that's for sure. He's found a real home here. Playing time, 2 positions, doing a good job. Not quite good enough on that free throw.
John, in the fourth quarter, we may be looking back at the first quarter free throw shooting of Milwaukee and really shaking the heads.
Yep, good point.
30-29 Milwaukee. We're down to 5 seconds. Bird has Johnson with him. And he tried a spinning bounce pass intended for Quinn Buckner, out of bounds. Turnover. 1 second left. Marcus with a hook. They're fun to watch. Well, we are at the end of the first quarter with the Milwaukee Bucks holding a 30-29 lead over the Boston Celtics in a game the Bucks have got to win. John McLaughlin and I will be coming right back.
Scoring in that first period, Cedric Maxwell with 8 to pace Boston. Junior Bridgman led the Bucks with 8.
This copyrighted program is authorized under television rights granted by Milwaukee Professional Sports and Services Incorporated solely for the entertainment of our audience, and any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of Milwaukee Professional Sports and Services Incorporated and Sportsview Cable Network is prohibited. The announcers are retained by Sportsview Cable Network with the approval of Milwaukee Professional Sports and Services Incorporated. An announcement out of the Commissioner's office this afternoon. David Stern, the NBA Commissioner, assessed a $250,000 penalty against the Portland Trail Blazers for violation of NBA bylaws which prohibit any contact by NBA teams, directly or indirectly, with any college basketball player who has remaining eligibility. Now, Portland met with Akeem Abdul-Olajuwon, and that was a no-no. And so, John, a $250,000 fine, but they still are in on the flip with Houston.
Oh, I'll write a check. It's steep, and if in fact they did do it, hey, it should be steep, and I respect the NBA for taking a tough stance in a lot of areas. They will certainly do that.
Back to action here, and Mike Dunleavy always pays the price. The kid plays very, very hard. You can see that wrap around his thigh. See the contact coming up here, John.
Look how black and blue it's getting around his knee. Now watch. There's the trip. Throws the leg into the other leg, and the knee hits the floor. Oh, wow.
Danny Ainge.
He was kneed earlier in that thigh, and he's had a lot of problems with that, but that was in the New Jersey series.
Very courageous player, no doubt. Danny Ainge comes on for Dennis Johnson, and he's matched up against Preston. Quinn Buckner just blanketing Dunleavy. Shot clock at 10. Marcus inside.
Beauty.
Nice. Bucks by 3.
Kids will learn how to do that at those Bucks medalist camps this summer.
Quinn Buckner, who will be at the camp, hits the jumper.
That's right. Quinn's going to teach him shooting, right?
And you're going to show him defense.
Hey, turn his mic off, guys. It's me the rest of the night.
Here come the Celtics. Ainge to Buckner. Quinn goes up. No. Bird tips the rebound back to Quinn, and the Celtics control. McHale, they've really had problems establishing McHale here in Milwaukee, haven't they?
Yes. In the first game here in Milwaukee, the third game, he was not that much of a factor. He didn't have to be like he has been in Boston. But that time he gets in deep, and the foul comes from behind by Big Mo.
So McKeskey leaves, and Lanier comes back for Milwaukee. 1-point lead for the Bucks. Bird all alone lays it up and in. Marcus didn't follow him through, did he?
Nope. That's what's happening in some cases when your man cuts through. Sometimes they're trying to double on the ball, but they're finding the opening.
1-point lead now for the Celtics. John McLaughlin visits with Red Auerbach at halftime. Don't go away. 3-second call, I guess. Huh? Yep, that's the violation, so the turnover gives it back to the Celtics.
You got to get out of the paint, especially when everybody's still moving around. You're not trying to establish a post-up.
Ainge getting some boos here from the crowd at Milwaukee. He gets booed just about all over the league.
Yeah.
Likes contact. Buckner doesn't get it, and really it was an off-balance running one-hander. Pressey attacks against Ainge, takes the jumper, good.
He's tough to stop in that situation because of his size.
Marvelous athlete.
Yes.
Buckner. That's McHale. Look at Quinn get off the floor. And he's fouled.
Can't give him those second shot opportunities, especially when Buckner, one of the smallest guy on their team in there right now.
It's first.
Now watch, he knows what to do with it. Protect the ball with your body, stick it into Harvey, and draw the foul.
He's only 6'3".
Yeah, he's built like twisted steel, too.
Very strong.
There was a story when Ernie Grenfell played for the Bucks, and of course he was built like a rock also. One day he and Quinn, when they both were playing for Milwaukee, ran into one another head-on in a practice. They both fell to the floor, and they said there was silence, and the guys were taking bets. Which one won't get up? I bet they both get up. They did. They both got up. No problem. Iron hit steel.
Boy.
No, they're both the same.
They really are. Well, I see your point. I mean, Grunfeld, if you've ever seen him, fans, here in the arena, just a massive guard.
Yes.
And Quinn Buckner with biceps that won't quit for a guy his size. Two very strong players. Marcus strong inside, misses, tipped away, and here's Ainge. Celtics leading it by 1, 9:40 to go. We're in the first half. Buckner with the pull-up, no. Ball is loose, and Dunleavy has it. So that thigh hasn't stiffened up yet. Dunleavy's still on the floor. And there he is. Junior. A little short that time. And a loose ball foul. It'll go against Maxwell.
Pressey made that happen. A lot of contact inside, and the bread man, cornbread that is, doesn't like it. You know what? We'll look at it again. I was going to make a comment. Now watch the shot go up, and the contact as Pressey tries to block away. There's the arm. As I watch Quinn Buckner, he's going out now. Henderson back in. As I watched him take a jumper down there at the other end. Of course, he played for the Bucks. Took a lot of jumpers in his day here. He's taken a lot of ribbing for his lack of shooting ability. And yet, I don't quote me on the number, but I think he had 42 points in here one night, and I don't remember who it was against, but it was in the 40s.
Well, Pressey missed everything there, and Bird has it.
Dennis Johnson defense.
Henderson moves inside the three-point range. McHale really struggling in these 2 games in Milwaukee. You see there, he just cannot get a good shot away. He has been blanked, and Lanier at the other end scores. Now McHale is looking over at KC, and he's saying, hey, what do I do here? What are they doing to me?
I don't usually miss shots.
McHale, always a strong inside player, John. Well, he's really mystified.
Now his quickness has hurt Lanier a little bit at different times. Bob's played him very well so far in this game.
Watch them off the ball. McHale and Lanier. Henderson rubbed off beautifully. Bird with the rebound, and we've got a loose ball foul. Sidney Moncrief returns for the Bucks.
Wow. Marcus Johnson trying to block Bird away as Moncrief comes in. Just could not, and Bird got inside position. And also the foul from Marcus.
Number 4, Sidney Moncrief for Dunleavy.
Henderson. There's McHale now with Marcus Johnson. Gets the shot away and misses badly. I really think McHale is psyched out all of a sudden here in Milwaukee. He's had 2 rough games in a row.
Well, let's hope so.
It could help. There's no doubt about that. Lanier inside on Bird. 10 for the big guy who's having his best game of the series. Maxwell. Lanier tips it away to Moncrief, and the Bucks have it. They lead it by 3. Bridgman pull up free throw line. No! Tipped in by Pressey.
Tough shot for Junior on the pull-up. They backed off, and it looked like it was on the lip of the rim, but Pressey got it to go.
Big crowd here at the Milwaukee Arena screaming as the Bucks lead it by 5. We're going to be coming right back. Well, accommodations for John McLaughlin are provided by the Astor Hotel in downtown Milwaukee. Just kidding, John. Spend a weekend or just a night in the Astor's new refurbished guest rooms and enjoy the charm and elegance of one of Milwaukee's finest hotels. For reservations, call area code 414-271-4220.
Well, I don't know. I might get down there on the weekends. Nice place to go.
Throwing a party, John McLaughlin over at the Astor.
I'll throw it and you pay for it,
All
okay?
right.
You play-by-play guys make so much money, it's unbelievable. We poor little color guys
Hey, listen.
get a handshake.
Let's have you do some color. We talked about the big men in the opening of the show, Lanier and Parrish. Look at the numbers.
Well, Lanier coming alive tonight with 10 points compared to 6 for Parrish, 6 rebounds for Lanier, 3 for Parrish. And the story so far in the second period, Milwaukee shooting 50% from the field, 5 for 10. Boston 20%, 2 for 10.
And Casey Jones is sitting there now thinking to himself, how do I get McHale established? Because Bird is on the floor with Parrish and Maxwell, McHale on the bench.
Well, that's one way to establish him on the bench.
He's
right?
establishing the fact that he's not playing well. That's what he's establishing. And the Bucks lead by 5. Here's Larry Bird. Nice pass. Boy, Henderson took the pass and just scored it in. And the lead is down to 3. Alton Lister in for the first time, number 53. Lanier. There's Alton Lister.
He's important to how the Bucks play.
Strong second shot there for the Bucks, and they have missed that in this series. Double team you see on Parrish there. Now here's Maxwell going inside, and he draws the foul from Lister.
Well, it didn't take Alton long to get his first foul, and Maxwell, a tough guy to play, he just backs up into him and makes it happen.
Cedric Maxwell.
Actually, Boston throughout the series, Dick, they've kept their offense very simple. They've run Bird off a lot of screens, let him work. They've done a lot of post-up play. Tonight, we've seen them run the seams or run the gap on the double up and get some layups. Very simple offense for Boston. Milwaukee, equally so, getting more shots tonight off of their break.
Well, Maxwell misses a pair, and tonight, ironically, Parrish has missed 2, Maxwell has missed 2, and Buckner has missed 1. The Celtics came into tonight's game shooting 87% at the line. Now, as Pressey went to the hoop, there was a foul called off the ball by Jess Kersey.
Number 32.
This is before the timeout, and you can see Pressey's tip in on the lip of the rim. That was close.
5-point lead for the Milwaukee Bucks. Parrish, nice spin move to the baseline. Misses the shot. Maxwell underneath for the layup. Loose change there because 2 Bucks had their hands on the ball, Moncrief being one of them. 3-point lead for the Bucks. 6:08 to go, first half. Pressey, jump hook, no good, and Dennis Johnson with the rebound in traffic. Parrish had the size advantage but couldn't convert. Moncrief, and let's see. I thought they called a force out a long time ago in this game.
Yeah, I don't know what. Is that what they called?
I don't know. There's no force out anymore.
No foul. I don't know what was called on that.
Bridgman with it. Now you see Lanier isolating against Parrish with Junior Bridgman working around him. And the foul on 43, Gerald Henderson.
Well, we're seeing Pressey try to post up inside on Henderson. He couldn't get the shot to go, and now he takes him outside and goes by him with the quickness and draws the foul.
Age comes back. You know, he's been a feisty player. I have a theory on why. He was a Major League ball player at Toronto for a couple of years, and you know Major League Baseball players love to argue with the umpire.
Yeah, I know. That's the reason.
Pressey with the layup. We'll be talking to Sal Bando at halftime also, so we can
That's right.
get into the Brewers.
I think people will enjoy halftime. We have Red Auerbach, president of the Celtics, in the first part of halftime, and then Bando live coming back here to the arena.
All right, Lanier with the strong rebound. Bucks leading by 5, trying to extend it. Pressey, oh, it slipped out of his hands, but he's fouled.
And again, Dick, the Bucks getting their opportunities off the break.
Yeah, you really are stressing that tonight, John, and I have a feeling you've wanted to see more of it.
Yeah, I have throughout, but I feel that Nelly felt that they would run more at home because, you know, you just feel a little bit more confident at home. If you go into Boston and try to run the Celtics, you're going to get blown out. The problem is the Bucks got blown out in the slowdown game also.
McKeskey for Lanier. As you look at Pressey, you saw Paul Pressey jump almost onto the shoulders of Alton Lister on that layup. He can really sky.
Boston only hitting 2 of their last 12 shots. Thanks to Tim McBride.
Statistician supreme.
Yeah, those don't get carried away there. He might think we have to pay him or something.
Well, he'll ask for a raise. It'll come out of your pocket. 5:14 to go. 46-39. Bucks with their biggest lead of the night.
So what's $1?
5:10 to go, and we've got a great halftime, so don't go away. But right now, we've got 5 solid minutes of NBA basketball in this half. Bucks looking good. They have really limited this man, Kevin McHale, and off the ball, McKeskey draws the foul on Parrish.
Parrish tries to cut through, and Mo says, no, I'm here.
That's number 3 on Parrish, and Henderson also with 3 for Boston. Junior to the hole.
Good pull-up. See the defense coming to you and pull up.
48-39. 4:38 to go. Celtics want time. K.C. Jones is getting them off the floor. 4:37 to go first half. Best performance so far in this series by Milwaukee. They lead by 9. With John McLaughlin at the Milwaukee Arena, where the Bucks hold a 9-point lead. John, doesn't this game basically boil down to pride? Down 0-3?
Well, I think it does to a point, Dick, although I feel the Bucks have a great deal of pride, and yet they went into Boston and didn't play well. They tried. But, you know, I was going to say, look at the field goal percentage at this point, right now in this period. The Bucks 53%, Boston 27%. And you can make a case for the most important statistic area in many areas, but I really believe field goal percentage is the most important. When you shoot the ball well, if you shoot it better than the other team, you got a good chance of winning it, unless, of course, it's overly lopsided at the line.
Bird has only 1 field goal in this game. It came in this quarter. He has 4 points. You saw him miss there. And now Milwaukee can extend its lead to 11. Moncrief held by Ainge.
Now the Bucks just spreading the floor, 2 men on each side, allowing Moncrief to just work from the top of the circle. And of course, Moncrief has always been a great player at drawing the foul. And here it is, Ainge, he tries hard. He's not as good a defensive player as some of the other people in their ball club, but he does have quickness, and that helps.
Sidney back to the line, live here, and he has 2 out of 2 so far. 10-point lead now for the Bucks.
Let me ask you this one. If you could have one thing and be great at it, would you pick great shooting ability or great quickness?
I would take great quickness, very honestly.
I won't argue with you.
Okay, I thought you were. Because I think, you know, we might get into the Laker thing, but I think quickness makes an athlete able to do so many things
Well, if
well.
you're quick enough, you don't have to shoot the ball as well because you get open.
That's right. 10-point lead, 49-39, and McHale is just struggling. Bridgman. Can he make it a dozen?
And how are they doing it, Dick? They're doing it off quick action offense, and the Celtics defense not reacting as well as it has.
Bird in the paint. Draws. No, he traveled. Turn it over. Give it back to the Bucks.
Good defense, and it's good the travel came first.
The Milwaukee Bucks lead by 12. At one point in Saturday's game, they led by 15. Sidney, yes! Bird on Bridgman. Tied up by Bridgman, yes! Larry Bird can't believe it.
Well, he won't overly complain. He'll make his statements sometimes, but then he'll just go do the job. But excellent, good defense by Milwaukee. Bird missing inside, and now the Celtics are 2 of the last 13 shots. Good call.
Absolutely a good tie-up. Saved to McKeskey. Here's Bridgman. Bucks looking for the big lead of the series for them, and Bridgman will go to the line to get it.
That foul's on Bird. That'll be 3.
That's Bird, Henderson, and Parrish with 3 apiece.
Look at it again here. Judge for yourself. The point I want to make is, Dick, and Nelly knows a lot more than me, and he's a great coach, and I'm not second-guessing him at all because he knows going into Boston you have to slow it down. But the Bucks play best when they run just because they're getting some open shots off the break.
Well, the Bucks lead by 14. Their biggest lead Saturday was 15. That would be the biggest lead for them in the series.
And they
Bridgman,
were leading, what, 12 or 13 at halftime. So
that's right.
Don't forget that,
It
people.
was 13 at halftime, and they hit their first hoop in the second half. Scott Wedman, who did not play here Saturday, comes on, replacing Danny Ainge. Bridgman going for the 15-point lead. And he's got it.
Whoa.
That matches the largest lead of the entire series for the Bucks.
This shows you their depth. Wedman doesn't play that much, and yet he can light you up in a minute.
Out of Colorado. Maxwell against Lister, and the foul is called against Alton Lister. We aired earlier that foul was not on Bird, it was on Maxwell. He has 3.
Oh, I sure thought that was Bird. Maybe they gave that one up. I think the Maxwell-Lister matchup is something that they are going to exploit. Alton, he's still learning. He gets into foul trouble easily, and Maxwell is very hard to play inside.
Well, Maxwell's having a pretty good go. He's averaging 14 a game in this series, and he was shooting coming in 73% from the floor.
Well, that's not just being a good shooter. That's good percentage shots. You know, he doesn't take one any much further than 7 or 8 feet.
That's right. He hits them.
He can, though, now. You know, he brought the ball up in college. He can handle the ball.
2:45 to go, first half. Bucks looking good, folks. They lead it by 13. Lister wanted the alley-oop, didn't get it. Pressey in the paint. That's McKeskey. Bird with the loose ball. 2:20 to go. Bird has not had a good half, and neither has McHale. Kevin can't buy one. McKeskey with it. Here's Moncrief. Tough shot against his body. Here come the Celtics. Dennis Johnson pulls up. No foul call. Here come the Bucks. Racehorse up and back, up and back. Bridgman inside, kicks it off. Moncrief, no. Alton Lister.
Bucks had a 4-on-2 break.
15-point lead for the Bucks. 1:40 to go.
No leads enough, Dick.
That's for sure. We found that out here Saturday.
Right.
McHale, he's going to continue until he makes one. And he does, right there. The shooting percentages of the Celtics at halftime are going to be Very interesting to read.
Just lopsided of the other games, and that's good for Milwaukee. The Bucks were hanging down in the upper 30s in a couple of those games at one point in Boston.
Pressey against Maxwell, tough shot. And McHale gets it out to Johnson. And they throw it away.
The Boston Celtics have made 3 of their last 16 attempts.
And number 16.
Lanier comes from McKeskey. Yeah, that shooting percentage is really going to be low. After 3 games in which the Boston Celtics have shot 52% from the floor cumulative. Here's Dunleavy. 1 minute to go. 13-point Bucks lead. Bridgman.
Oh, that should have been a foul on Maxwell. He had practically knocked Lister over. That's
DJ. Lanier punches it out, and here come the Bucks 4-on-1 on Bird. Moncrief to Dunleavy.
With a little help from Bird.
58-43, 30 seconds to play. This big crowd here at the arena loving every minute of this. Bird, and he's going to get continuation. And he sarcastically applauds the official, and that's a technical on Johnson. I can't believe that they're allowing any of that. These fellows should have been run, John.
Well, I'll tell you right now, obviously they've made a statement. They made a statement to the officials, Bird and Dennis Johnson.
They showed them up in front of 11,000 here in the arena in the finals of the conference.
Well, Daryl Garrison said, you're not going to do that long.
I am very surprised he didn't run both Bird and Johnson because they sarcastically applauded the call in front of everybody.
They're not going to run him in a game this big, Dick. Not the first time. They're just not going to do that. Bird might get a three-pointer out of this.
Yeah, he got the continuation, and he will shoot at the free throw line where he has made 26 in a row in this series.
Well, and he had Moncrief on him. He has the size advantage when he posted down. Here it is. Now watch. Bird is posting up on Moncrief. He does get fouled. Sidney will bump him. That was when they call it. It goes, and then they say, hey, about time, guys.
Very honestly, I'm surprised Bird got continuation because the foul was long before he went up.
Well, I think he should have had continuation, but I also think the plays down here when they took it away from Milwaukee early, they should have had continuation also.
Bird gets it. He's hit 27 straight free throws now, and he has 7 points in a very unproductive first half. 59-46 Bucks, 18 seconds to play. They'll hold it for one as Lorenzo Romar makes a rare appearance in this series for him. He's out at the point against Maxwell, takes it inside and scores. Oh, yes. 1 second, here's Moncrief, and that will not count. But at halftime, here at the Milwaukee Arena, the Bucks take a 15-point lead in the locker room, 61-46. And really, John, I think that the first half the Bucks have played here this evening has to be the best 24 minutes they've played collectively.
It is. They've played a little bit better in this first half than they did Saturday, although Saturday they played an excellent first half and pretty much similar, Dick. Faster paced game, Celtics missing some shots and the Bucks taking off and running that fast break opportunity.
15-point lead for the Bucks at halftime. John McLaughlin coming back with red. technical, and that closes out the halftime scoring, with the Bucks now holding their longest lead of the series, 62-46.
The Bucks will be starting.
Now, I have an interesting question here. Maybe you don't know either. Does that make it the halftime score or the start of the third quarter?
I believe that's the first point of the third quarter.
Yeah, I really don't know how to answer it. I guess it would have to be.
We don't care. We'll take it either way.
I'm not too bright sometimes, but we make out.
Moncrief to the hole, has it stripped by Dennis Johnson, and the Milwaukee Bucks have turned the ball over once already here, just starting the third quarter. Larry Bird against Marcus Johnson. Well, he's off to a quick start in this half.
That was not an easy shot, at least for most people.
Moncrief, three-pointer. Dunleavy way off to the left.
Good time to go to it, though.
Here's Maxwell in the paint, gets the roll, and quickly the Celtics have two hoops.
That's what they like to do. And they did this in the third period Saturday, and I keep referring to Saturday, but I think it's an important comparison. They like to come back and get back in the game quickly, right off the bat.
Well, they are doing that at 62-50. Whoa, Junior Bridgman.
Difficult shot.
64-50.
Milwaukee.
That's a delay of game warning on Milwaukee for deflecting the ball out of the basket.
Anything to disrupt them.
Yeah,
try
that
anything
fast
once.
break, right? But you only get to do it once without penalty.
Punched away by Bridgman. Nice defensive fronting, denying the ball to Bird. Bird with 9. Maxwell with 14. And they're playing catch. Larry Bird, just nothing but strength.
I think they said, let's get the Birdman off a little here early.
Well, he only had 6 shots in the first half, and that's ridiculous.
That's right, and you know they talk about that. Get him in the offense. He's the main man. When he scores, everybody does.
Bridgman off the screen. Junior just drilling it. Bridgman now with 17, and he is the high scorer in the ballgame. Bird misses on the back of the rim, but Henderson has the offensive rebound.
They have good rebounding guards.
Maxwell traveled. Can't believe the call, but that's okay. The Boston Celtics have been less than happy with the officiating here tonight, and they made that very clear.
It's cost them.
2 techs.
Dollars and points.
And maybe more to come.
Bucks been called for a lot of illegal defenses in the other games. So far, none.
Bird helping out, made that play defensively. That's off Bob Lanier, said Jess Kersey. Jimmy Rogers and K.C. Jones both off the bench. They don't like this officiating crew at all.
No, Kersey gave him a look like easy.
Saw Red Auerbach at halftime. He's still smoking the cigar.
Yeah, he's had one for about 3 hours now. He had one when we did that interview.
I know.
Interesting
Bad
guy.
pass, but a nice play by Bird. I don't believe that shot.
I do.
That's like I'm in my backyard.
Yeah, it's a piece of cake. Like the old rocking chair, huh?
66-54, a 12-point Bucks lead. Marcus Johnson works on Bird, and he'll get the 2-shot free throw. Oh, Bird just really crying on this one.
Frankly, he about pushed Lanier right off the floor. He should have had the foul long before. Here it is. Boom.
Marcus goes to the line. Johnson with 8, all from the field here in the third quarter now, as Marcus shoots his first free throw. Hits it. Averaging 21 a game in this series. Hits them both. 14-point Bucks lead. If the Bucks can just trade hoops here with Boston, they're in great shape. Boston's got to make a run. Henderson. Boy, what a quick pull-up move.
That's exactly what he did in Saturday's game. He started shooting the ball in good position quickly and scored 17 points in the second half. and was a factor.
Bridgman.
Junior is cooking.
You talk about a factor. Punched away by Marcus and nearly stolen. Nice play. Bridgman with 19.
Yeah, he is doing a job. Very difficult to play inside and outside as he took it to the hoop.
Bird backing in. Double teamed. Somebody's open. They rotate. Punched away. Nice play by Bridgman. Now stolen by Bird. Guys everywhere. Oh, Henderson. Nice step into the hoop.
Gerald Henderson from
Bird, very alert.
Bucks by 12. And they have been in command most of the night. Lanier. It's the third fake that'll kill you.
He had 4 people in green jerseys go at him or by him.
Chet Walker used to do that so well with Chicago.
Yes, he did. Look at this.
That's the third one.
That was a hammer.
Lanier. Bob Lanier had 10 points in the first half. As we come back live, he had by far his best production of the series in the first half tonight. 10 points. Making 11 now. His high in the series is 12.
58, Milwaukee.
Bucks by 13.
Number 32, Kevin McHale.
Boston just staying in this game from the field. They haven't missed in the second half. 7 of 7. Bird. My goodness, what a touch. Just a beautiful rotation on the ball.
You know, if you could construct a perfect way to shoot the shot, it would be Bird, because he's got great form and he takes the ball behind his head. Therefore, he can get it off on a guy and not really have to jump that high.
Marcus. Nice move. Pro move.
Beauty.
Lanier. What anticipation by Lanier, the veteran. Bridgman. Dunleavy. The crowd erupts here at the Milwaukee Arena. The Bucks by 15. PJ on Moncrief. Can't get the layup. McHale finally hits.
Opportunist. Look at all those big guys around the basket. They had 4 people inside, kept it alive, and got the basket.
Don Nelson wants to get his club a little bit of a rest here. 6:42 to go, third quarter. It's the Bucks by 13. Next televised games coming up on SportsView tomorrow. The Milwaukee Brewers will be at Texas taking on the Rangers of Doug Rader. That game starts at 7:30. Same thing the next night on Wednesday. The Brewers and the Texas Rangers from Arlington in Texas, 7:30. Both games. And Sal Bando talked to John McLaughlin at halftime. I know the fans enjoy that one.
Yeah, he's not very good to look at. That's Sal, but, you know, he's a pretty smart guy. Look at Junior. Hey, I can pass too, people, not just shoot. And Dunleavy says, yeah, I agree on that play. You really think they said those things?
Well, the shooting percentage is unbelievable. Boston 9 out of 10 and Milwaukee 5 out of 6. Nelson, Don Nelson, what a job he's done. Another Central Division championship, and the Milwaukee Bucks winning 50 games again. He's had a great career here in Milwaukee. Only the second coach of the Bucks, the other Larry Costello, And Nelly, of course, had a great career as a Boston Celtic player under Auerbach. And Russell and others. Johnson, Marcus Johnson, and he is hurt. Maxwell fell on Marcus Johnson, and Marcus is in pain at midcourt off the floor.
It's his knee, too.
Yes, it is.
I'll tell you what, that is exactly how you tear ligaments or cartilages. Maxwell fell back into him like in a football injury, and watch, his knee will go. Oh, man, what a bad break. Look at that. It hit the side of the knee. That's how you tear that medial collateral ligament sometimes, when it pushes that leg inside. I hope it is not that. I just hope it is not that.
Well, the picture says it all. Marcus was in very, very serious pain. It was Cedric Maxwell that came down on Marcus as Marcus was retreating to play defense. The body just came down on the foot of Marcus Johnson, and his body, of course, kept going.
That's right. And I just hate to see that. And Marcus has been shooting 40% in this series, just under 40. There he is. He's going outside. He's going inside. And this could take him out of the game and maybe the series. Yeah. Look, see how he fell back on him? Oh, right on his leg. Oh.
And Marcus here, you see, he's not going to bend that knee at all. It's seriously in pain. There's no question about that. Marcus Johnson still at midcourt. He is having trouble getting up as we come back live. The Bucks with their trainer and some assistant coaches and some help. The fans are booing, but it was really an accident. No question about it.
Oh, sure it was an accident. He fell down.
We're going to take a timeout, come back. The score, it's the Bucks 77, Celtics 62. Tonight's game is an exclusive presentation of SportsView Cable Network. Are these people here? Are they here? Well, how can they? Oh, well, say hello for me. Marcus Johnson left the arena under his own power to a standing ovation from the 11,000 on hand here. John, you were speculating as you watched him walk off. You had a stretched ligament, right?
Yeah, medial collateral ligament. I hope it's not that. I don't want to alarm people, but the way he came down on that, and he grabbed the knee, and I was out about a week or a week to 10 days just with a stress, and it was greatly painful. It was not torn, so let's hope that it isn't.
He was having a big game, 14 points, 6 out of 9 from the floor. And there's Dennis Johnson tipping one in.
You've got to block Dennis Johnson off. He's a good rebounding guard.
Well, we note now that Marcus left the game with the Bucks holding a 15-point lead, 6:42 to go. So we'll see what happens to the Bucks from here on in playing without Johnson. McKeskey, and he's fouled. Bucks again employing both Lanier and McKeskey on that front line.
Well, that's on Maxwell, and the fans like it because he's the one that fell into Marcus. There it is again.
That's 4 on Maxwell.
Come on, Mo, you got to hit those. Get a little arc on the ball. He's hitting the front of the rim each time. A little too flat on the shot.
1 out of 5 at the line for Paul. 78-64. And if we get a report on Marcus Johnson's condition, we will pass it along to you. Larry Bird posting up Pressey, 6'9" there. McHale fouled, he'll get 2, and McKeskey draws the foul.
McKeskey with 4 personal fouls. And the pass is from Bird. He makes it happen. Watch now. Watch the double down. 101. Moncrief comes down. Lanier shades over. That leaves McHale open. And triple team is not something you want to do. You want to double up, but triple is too many for him because that leaves too many passing.
Kevin bounces it in.
You want to notice something? Notice McHale's ball when he releases it. It's a flat. It doesn't rotate that much. See how flat it is? Most of the time, it'll really rotate backwards quite a bit more.
I saw that on his jump shot also, John. It's almost a knuckleball.
Yeah.
Now Dunleavy is hurt. He's hurt. That left leg.
It went on him.
My goodness, the Bucks really having problems with attrition here. First Marcus Johnson goes, and now Dunleavy is limping at midcourt.
Well, he's had a bad injury, and I'm sure that he's had a lot of trouble that we will never know. Oh, no, wait, it looked like his ankle rolled over. It looked like his ankle rolled over, so now watch. I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch. I've turned so many ankles. You watch, Dick, and you tell me.
Well, I haven't seen it yet.
Tell me when you see it.
Oh, it's, yeah, it's bad, John.
Yeah, see, it is his ankle.
Moncrief. And McHale is fouled from behind by Lanier. Now you got to be careful. This is a point in the ball game, John.
That's right.
13-point lead, 2 serious injuries, and Boston can sneak up on you when you least expect it.
Momentum changes in a lot of, and it's happening unfortunately by injuries. Dunleavy's walking it off over there. I think all players should wear high cuffs.
There's Maxwell, works on McKeskey. Bird in 3-point range. And here's Moncrief. Bird bumps him, no call. McKeskey all alone. Henderson throws a wild one up there, but he's fouled.
Now you see what's starting to happen with the free throws. Boston drawing a lot of them, and they are wasting no time at all at getting the ball up quickly, even on a score, to run it on the Bucks.
Gerald Henderson at the line for Boston.
Henderson is the guy that had the big second half on Saturday. We also did a game with the Celtics here in Milwaukee where he had a 19-point quarter in a game Boston won in double overtime. Henderson hits a pair. And that gives Gerald 14. And he and Maxwell share scoring honors for Boston tonight with 14 apiece. 13-point lead. 4:20 to go. Third quarter. Lanier misses. Tipped out. Cressy has it. Got a little clock. McKeskey's open again. Somebody is not covering McKeskey.
Well, he was open for about 20 seconds before anyone saw him. And the more he runs away from that shot, the better he shoots it.
Maxwell double teamed and Percy calls a foul. Now, if this is McKeskey, no, it's Pressey. McKeskey has 4. Pressey has 2.
Boston at the line.
Maxwell to the line. And Maxwell, in the first half, shot 6 free throws, made 4. He has 14 points.
Lister in. Did you get that? I don't know if you got that or not. It's getting loud in here, but Lister in, Lanier out. And, you know, it's important that Lister keep it going for Milwaukee. He's got to come in and give him some kind of a positive lift here. Lanier doing a fine job, and so is McKeskey.
Marcus coming back into the arena. That's why you hear the applause.
You're kidding.
Marcus Johnson is making his way back now under the far basket. And there's a foul called, as you see Garrettson. I'm watching Johnson, and he's walking much better.
Well, Jim Fitzgerald, the owner of the Bucks and chairman of the board, just said, hey, I went back there, and I think he's okay. Oh, man, I hope so. That's scary.
He appears at least in pretty good spirits as we see him on the tight shot here. He doesn't look like he's moaning or complaining.
Well, the Celtics on the line again. I'm sure that, you know, the Bucks with a outstanding medical staff, and I mean that firsthand. And Dr. George Corcus and Dr. Connie Heinzelman and Dr. Dave Haskell. And I'm sure that one or all three back there, Dr. Dave Haskell, as Wedman comes in, who's the Bucks orthopede, I'm sure was back there checking it out to be sure it was not torn.
We get the report, a bruised left knee, and Marcus Johnson, they say, will probably return. That's good news. 82-71. Alton Lister, and McHale blocks him out for the rebound. Tom Kite in the lineup, number 50, along with Wedman. And we get the roll, and no basket. It's on McHale. John McLaughlin called it.
Now Lister, watch, here's what he does well. He plays with his body rather than reaching with his hands. And if he reached inside with his hands, they would probably have called that on Alton.
Cressy, little nudge to Henderson, no call. Moncrief inside.
Oh,
tough shot.
Great defense, better offense.
From a great player, Sidney Moncrief. Henderson again with that quick jumper. Bridgman with the rebound. Junior has 19 points in this ball game, and he's been quiet lately. McKeskey. Cressy with a running hook. And the foul call.
On Cressy.
Yeah,
good
using
call.
that free hand.
Yeah, good call, good defense. And look at it again. Celtics have Wedman and Greg Kite in the game. Kite hasn't been in a key part of the game like this, and in any game I've seen, there's the foul, offhand, off arm. He'll wipe away.
Dunleavy back there, you see him.
Can you believe all these look like serious injuries, and these guys are coming back? You remember you?
No.
Foul call. That's why I asked you. I knew you couldn't remember that.
Lanier comes back for the Bucks. K.C. Jones working that bench. As Jan points out, he has McHale in, Wedman in, Kite in. That's three players off the bench, and now Buckner replaces Henderson. So KC may be saying, hey, my first club's a little tired tonight. I'm going to go with some reserve strength and see what happens.
Now we're going to see Ainge also. You can tell by the boos. Look at that ball. It's a dead ball.
Watching Phoenix come back the other day against L.A., they eventually lost the ball game. But the Suns came back with their bench.
The good teams have benches, and you got to go to them. You got to use them, and they got to produce. They got to.
McHale hits that free throw. It's 84-72. We have 2:35 to go, third quarter. And the Bucks in charge almost all the way tonight. Pull up for Sidney. Beautiful jump shot by Moncrief. Marvelous athlete. And he has 13. Good balance by the Bucks tonight in scoring. Here's Kite.
No, come on. Yeah, that's what I had expected.
The rust is just dripping off his body. Here's Alton Lister. Now Moncrief on Ainge. And Quinn Buckner.
Under 2 minutes.
Kicks it off. A la the QB that he is. I always said, John, that Quinn Buckner had the greatest initials for him of all time, QB, because he runs an offense as well as anyone.
Absolutely, and boy, he runs it with authority as he made the play here in the foul inside. You'll see it. You know, we've talked a lot about the bench, the people coming in off the bench for the series. The Celtics subs have averaged 37 points a game. The Bucks, 29.
Ainge hits it. Former BYU star, you remember that driving layup the length of the floor to beat Notre Dame. What a play that was. Ainge hits a pair. 12-point Bucks lead. Dunleavy looks okay. Marcus Johnson sitting on the bench. My guess would be that Nelly might think, if we can maintain this 12-point lead or so, I'm not going to use Johnson. Well, Lanier's going to get a pair. Ainge will not take on Lanier.
That's a good foul. That's a smart play by Ainge, and that time he took a foul the way you're supposed to. In the past, in the New York series, he took it by throwing up the elbows. You don't take a foul that way. You grab a guy. Ooh, Junior almost out of bounds.
Yep.
But look, Lanier that deep. Hey, make it a good foul. Don't let him get the basket and put him on the line 15 feet away.
Didn't Ainge bite Tree Rollins?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's it like to bite a tree?
Probably better than a person.
Lanier hits the first. And then in the playoffs with New Jersey, not with the Knicks, Darryl Walker.
Yeah, I had that game. I was there at that game. He really nailed Walker.
Here comes the foul again.
12 points for Lanier.
Both free throws good as we come back live. 88-74. Let's see, a minute and a half to go, third quarter. Dick Onsky with John McLaughlin. Hope you're enjoying it here on Sports View.
Celtics not going completely away, and the Bucks playing well.
Should the Bucks win tonight, and things look good, Game 5 of this series will occur Wednesday night at the Boston Garden, where the Celtics have been virtually unbeatable in the playoffs. Lanier works on Kite. Lister's going to be called crawling over the back of Kite.
Foul is on 53.
The Bucks trying to take advantage of old experienced Lanier inside on young inexperienced Kite. Kite has a large body and he keeps it in good position to draw the foul here on Lister. Kite will go to the line.
That is 4 fouls on Alton Lister in a short period of time.
See how Kite played Lanier through him, played him well enough that he forced him out of position behind the backboard.
All right, Kite's free throw is good. McKeskey replaces Lister with 4 fouls in a very short appearance in this game.
Look at Kite's feet, legs, and head. He is really a big man.
Yes. 1 out of 2. 88-77. 50 seconds to go, third quarter. Nice steal by Ainge. Real good quickness there. He came right up the back of Pressey and stole it.
They can close to within 9.
Sure can. And once you get in those single digits, as Al McGuire likes to say, look out.
Who?
Air ball. Wedman missed everything. Great pass. And Dunleavy's going to shoot 2. And Danny Ainge will not run for mayor in Milwaukee.
Oh, no. He certainly won't. And you know what? I don't consider Ainge a physical player. It's the type of fouls he's taken over his career that's gotten him into trouble. And here, he's going to make it a good one.
Dunleavy at the line, outstanding free throw shooter.
I'll tell you the truth, that was a good foul though. You still take a guy away from a layup, even a good shooter, and put him on the line, his average is going to drop. It's a good foul.
Dunleavy again. Out of South Carolina. Hits them both. 90-77, a 13-point Bucks lead. 20 seconds to go, third quarter. Romar against Buckner. Quinn runs it down. They'll probably take the last shot here. We're down to 8 seconds. Wedman, now McHale. Trying to draw the foul. McHale misses. Kite tips, no. Tied up. We've got 1 second left. Kite and Bridgman.
Bucks doubling down on McHale. That was a fine play by Boston. It didn't go. These are shots they've been making throughout the first 3 games.
Kite is also from BYU. Greg Kite. He played at the same school as Danny Ainge. 1 second left. Bucks will try to just tip this one and flip it to the hoop, see if it goes in.
Just tip it out of there, Junior. That's it.
That's the end of the third quarter. The Bucks led by 15 at the half. At the end of 3, it's the Bucks 90, Boston 77. Don't go away.
Leading scorers in the third period for the Milwaukee Bucks, Marcus Johnson and Junior Bridgman with 6 each. For Boston, Henderson and Bird each with 8.
Ansky with John McLaughlin at the Milwaukee Arena. The Bucks led by 15 at halftime. They got a good start in the third quarter when Moncrief hit a technical, which occurred at the end of the first half. That gave them a 16-point lead, and they have been nursing that lead ever since. And now it's a 13-point lead as we head to the fourth quarter. A festive time here at the Milwaukee Arena, and the Milwaukee Bucks fans really enjoying this. They're probably saying, hey, this is more like the Milwaukee Bucks we know.
Right. Playing much better basketball tonight, playing faster basketball. Boston also missing some shots. They haven't missed much throughout this series. They're finally starting to miss a few in this game.
McHale and Bird and Henderson are back. They're guys that the Boston Celtics have been relying on throughout the playoffs. Robert Parrish and Dennis Johnson. So Casey Jones is deciding to go with his big boppers in the fourth quarter. He went with reserves much of the third, and Boston made a little bit of a run. They had a shot at cutting the lead down to 9, but couldn't do it. Romar starts the fourth quarter with Dunleavy at guard. McHale. Lister with a rebound. Outlets to Romar. Here come the Bucks. McKeskey. 8 points, and I'm telling you, every time I see this guy, I see him making a big contribution in a big game.
I tell you, he's been asserting himself just like that many times.
8 points for McKeskey. It seems like he's got 18.
You know, he can get out on the break very well. Look,
yes.
They're trying to take advantage of Johnson inside on Dunleavy. Got to shut this down. Second shot opportunity.
Bird,
oh my goodness.
He'll get the three-point opportunity in the paint as Maxwell comes back for the Celtics.
Watch this. Bird's a great offensive rebounder. And here's just some strength and body control. He's under the basket. Double pumps here.
Larry Bird with 15. He has not had a big game. He did not have a big game Saturday. And he now has 28 in a row at the line in this series.
And they're still only down 12. And the Bucks, on any other team probably, well, perhaps other than Philly or in LA, would probably be up 20 by now.
Bridgman is fouled by Maxwell. And for Maxwell, that is number 5.
That is 5 on Maxwell. The first on Boston.
10:54 to go in the Milwaukee Arena. McKeskey. Now to Romar. Nice move. But Alton Lister just could not get the shot off. Floor rebound to Henderson. Now that's something we have not seen a lot of tonight, the Boston fast break.
No, they haven't been doing it as well as they certainly can and have in the past. And that's good for Milwaukee.
10-point lead, 92-82. 10:20 to go. That's Dunleavy. Lister.
What a play by Parrish.
Off the knee of Junior Bridgman. He and Bird were fighting for it.
Junior with a technical. He very seldom gets them. He was pushed from behind.
That's what he thought. Don Nelson very worried.
See if you can see a push here. Look at that. Now give me a break. Give me a break, Kersey. You're standing right behind it.
Bird with 28 in a row at the line, and he's shooting the tee.
Now see, here's what upsets me, Dick, as an ex-player. You get called, you get a bad call called against you, you protest it, and I mean, it's an obvious mistake here, and then it costs you money and a technical. Bird just pushes him. Sure, it's off Junior, but he was pushed out of bounds.
92-83. Boston now within 9 with 10:05 to play. This is a very dangerous point in the ball game for Milwaukee. They've got to weather this. Dennis Johnson, it's a 7-point lead. Look out.
Boy, they have a lot of of confidence.
92-85, 7-point lead for Milwaukee. Bridgman around Bird. Didn't fall, but he'll get the foul. Junior going to the line.
Good play by Junior. Took it inside, penetrate.
And it's 5 on Parrish.
They have some serious foul problems.
Number 2, Junior.
There's Bridgman.
At the line.
Look at Lanier try to block away so the Junior can get deeper before Parrish comes up to give help.
Well, Maxwell and Parrish both now have 5 personal fouls.
Well, you know what you got to do. Next play down, you got to go at Parrish. You got to run a play for Lanier.
Bridgman.
And then another one and another one until you get him out of there.
Paul Plessy comes for Milwaukee. Lorenzo Romar did a nice job. Hits a hoop there.
Quality guy, too.
At the end of the quarter, Bridgman with 20. He is the high point man of the game.
That hurts.
8-point lead for the Bucks. Lanier on McHale. Boston just hangs in. They don't dazzle you, and all of a sudden, look at this. Larry Bird with a bank, and it's a 6-point game.
That was a lean away, run away bank. The defense was right there.
9:18 to go. Lanier, too strong. Johnson with the rebound. Suddenly, Boston beginning to assert itself in this fourth quarter. DJ, ooh, that would have been a very big hoop for Boston. Marcus Johnson has not come back since that injury, which occurred with 6:16 to go third quarter.
There, that's what you got to do. Keep going to it.
15
Parrish
for
is
the
going to back away. He's got to a little bit or he's going to be bye-bye.
Lanier with 15 points. Bird hits it. He'll get the 3-point opportunity. This guy is a machine.
What a great move. Which one, right? This one? It looks just like he's going to shoot it. Foul. Now watch. Draw the foul. Oscar Robertson was great at this. Throw it up, and you get continuation.
Larry Bird will be at the line shooting for his 30th in a row when we come back. As you watch him as we go out, this is going to be a great finish. Bucks by 6.
Check out the great lineup of Milwaukee Bucks medalist summer basketball camp. There's a day or morning camp scheduled at a site near you. Bucks camps are scheduled for Carroll College, St. John's in Delafield, UW Whitewater, Wayland Academy in Beaver Dam, Marquette University, University School in Milwaukee, and other sites in the state. Call 241-8680. That's 241-8680 for complete Milwaukee Bucks basketball camp information.
Next televised games on SportsView. That's tomorrow night. Milwaukee Brewers take on the Texas Rangers at Arlington, Texas. Game time at 7:30. They come right back on Wednesday for the next game in the series. Brewers at Texas, also at 7:30. That's right here on SportsView. And at the Milwaukee Arena, I'm Dick Ansky along with John McLaughlin. 8:40 to go. Bucks by 6. You know, talking about Bird, he'll shoot his for his 30th in a row at the line in a minute. Making those 3-point field goals. I watched Dennis Johnson and Henderson as the ball went through the hoop and their eyes just lit up with the basket. The effort of a Larry Bird making the kinds of shots he's been making in the situations, John, can really lift an entire ball club.
That's right. He's the guy they look to. He's the guy that can pull them through. And it's been written about Bird, and I think this is really appropriate. He doesn't have bad games. He has good games and great games. And here he is, making a poor first half turn into a good game, and it could be great before it's over.
Well, Bird had 7 points at the half, just 2 field goals. He now has 21.
Isn't that something to say you have good or great games? And it's really true about him. He doesn't have bad games.
It's really true. Ask the people who try to guard it. 22 points for Bird. 95 to 90. 8:30 to go. Bucks by 5. You know the story. They have to win this game or it's all over.
3 on Boston.
Foul on Gerald Henderson as the Bucks posting Pressey up inside. Probably a good foul here by Henderson. You see, Pressey's going to shoot it. That's why he's on the line. Third team foul by the Celtics. That is a good foul, however. That's going to be a dunk. Pressey's not a good free throw shooter.
Lister replaced McKeskey in the lineup for the Milwaukee Bucks as Pressey shoots the free throw.
You know, in the series, he's been shooting better than he did on the season. He's shooting 73% in the series. In the season, he was in the low 60s.
Watch this little hesitation at the top of the free throw.
Well, he's been kind of working on it. It's part of his concentration, and it has helped him, honestly. I wouldn't want to shoot it that way, but it's helped him.
That's coming from one of the best free throw shooters in NBA history.
Thank you.
6-point lead. Larry Bird matched up with Bridgman behind the back and hits it. Come on.
Oh, my God.
It's a 4-point game, 96-92.
You know, not many guys can shoot that well leaning away. He does it all the time.
And he's 6'9".
Yeah, and strong. You know, we talk a lot about him. You have to.
Absolutely. Great player. Lanier, the big guy, in and out. Look at Lister and McHale. Off of Lister, it's Boston ball.
Boston ball.
Henderson brings it up.
See that little lean back with the shot over your head? How are you going to get to that defensively?
There he is again. Boy, Henderson was wide open. The double teaming on Bird. Somebody's going to be open, and he's a great passer.
And that's an adjustment the Bucks have made throughout, I believe. They didn't want to double teaming quite as much as they have been, so that's a move they've made throughout the game.
Lister in the paint.
That's what you call percentage basketball. Big man in the paint on a smaller man.
6 for Alton Lister. They swing it to Henderson.
Good.
Boston playing with a lot more offensive confidence in the second half.
98-94.
Well, they can certainly play with that kind of confidence because they have so many offensive people.
They've got a lot of weapons, and we've talked about that. Look at that pass from Lanier to Pressey. That's twice that Lanier has fed Pressey for a beautiful layup.
Yeah, big guys aren't supposed to make those passes.
Boy, that was a nice give and go, and Bob Lanier has played his best total game of the series.
Yeah.
Look at him pressuring Parrish here. Henderson, too strong. And Bird crashed into Lanier. Here it is, John.
Look at this lob. It's a beauty. They give the foul on McHale.
Now Bird. Well, they called McHale, I guess, tipping the hand of Lanier, but Larry Bird made all of the contact.
Yes.
194, 6-point game. Pressey, left hand. 8-point game, 6:10 to go. Bird, bang.
Larry Bird.
It's like he's playing with a different set of rules, John.
The guy, he's just like all of us that grew up in Indiana, you know?
Oh, I knew I was going to hear that. Here comes Bird, behind the back.
Look at that. Look
On
at
the
that.
dribble pass to Johnson, who lays it in. What a play. Larry Bird behind the back and the assist to Dennis Johnson, and we've got ourselves a 4-point game.
You know, obviously, I mean, we're pulling for the Bucks here, but it's hard not to be a Bird fan. That was beautiful.
He's got 26 points, and Johnson owes him that last basket. No question about that. There's Bridgman.
Come on,
Tough
Milwaukee.
shot. There's Moncrief. Free throw line jumper. No. Boy, to put money on that jumper by Moncrief, but we get a foul. Watch Larry Bird behind the back and then the pass.
That is 4 on the tail.
Off the dribble pass, just in stride, perfect play.
McHale with the foul as Lister gained inside position.
Well, that's
Now,
4
one of the
on
things,
McHale.
some of the weaker free throw percentage shooters for the Bucks are the ones that are drawing the foul, so it's important that they get there and knock them in. They're doing a good job of getting to the line.
Got a long way to go. 5:24 yet, and Bob Lanier is still on the bench.
Well, they just took him out, and what they want to do is get him a little bit of rest here. Oh, big shot by Alvin. Get him a little rest and get Bob back in for the stretch, maybe the last 3 minutes.
There he is, the veteran.
I'm assuming that now.
Well, we'll see. Lister at the line again. Hits them both. Those are two big free throws.
Yes, they are.
McKeskey and Lister now, along with Bridgman. That's the front line going against McHale, Parrish, and Bird. Larry Bird double team, misses, gets the rebound, punched out of bounds. It'll be Boston ball. There he is from French Lick.
I think if I were one of his teammates, I'd run over there and pick him up real fast. That guy represents playoff money.
I wouldn't let him hit the floor.
Catch him, man.
Bird, yes. 104 to 100. We've got ourselves an NBA playoff game tonight.
Gum chomping time.
This is what it's all about, folks. Pressey. Now Alton Lister.
Take your time, Al.
Oh, he didn't get the roll. McKeskey.
Mo man.
Lanier applauding at the scorer's table as he is set to come back in. Bird isolates on Bridgman. Now they sag Moncrief. Parrish in the lane. Stolen by Pressey, and now the foul by Dennis Johnson.
Good foul by Dennis. He's saying, yeah, that was my foul because he knows Press was gone the other way.
Watch McKeskey offensive rebounding here.
Now watch, no block out by McHale. He turns, he watches the ball, he doesn't stick his rear into Mo, and Mo says, rip.
Got that little bit on the lip of the rim, and that helped a lot because the jump came.
That's another reason you got to block out, Dick. You got to go get your man and then go for it, because it could be an air ball and catch on the edge of the rim and hang up there a little longer, or a guy can jump over you.
McHale leaves. He has 6 points, and he has not been a factor tonight. If he has been a factor, it's been a negative factor. It's just not played well. Dunleavy comes in, and he looks okay. Bridgman getting a little rest.
Lister, the guy's going to the line. Coming through.
Pressey
for you on Sports View.
Well, we've got Marcus Johnson on the line. I'm sorry, you're throwing me with all this stuff. Marcus Johnson on the bench since the injury. The free throw by Pressey is good. It's an 8-point lead. Now let's watch Bird. He attacks Lanier, and Lanier blocks the shot. Big play defensively. Psychologically a big play. McKeskey, and he's fouled. And he may be hurt. Well, this is turning into a very rough physical game. Bodies all over the floor.
Yeah, quite frankly, though, it's Boston taking the fouls and taking some tough ones, some convincing fouls.
Bucks will be at the line. Timeout, Milwaukee.
Look at it again. Mo assertive. Henderson with the foul.
4:07 to go. We've got a timeout on the floor. It's the Bucks 108, Celtics 100. Dick Ansky with John McLaughlin at the arena. Bucks leading it by 8. Let's take another look at that last play.
Well, a lot of contact. Henderson makes sure he doesn't get the easy one.
McKeskey will go to the line. As we went out, the fans really erupted. They came to their feet in support of the Milwaukee Bucks, who have given them everything they could ask for tonight. Bucks have to win this one to stay alive. They trail 3-0 in this series. Out west, LA leads Phoenix 3-1. McKeskey hits number 1. McKeskey has 11 points, 10 of them here in the second half. A lot of them big. His back is bothering him there.
Yeah.
He came back.
And the Bucks hanging on, doing a fine job. Marcus Johnson has not been able to play since early in the second half.
Good defense.
Impressive.
Dunleavy wisely holds it out, runs some clock. 3:45 to go. 10 on the shot clock. Lanier wouldn't get the roll. Here's Dennis Johnson with the rebound. We haven't had to refer to the shot clock at all tonight. The Bucks have really been getting it up. There's Bird again. Back of the rim to Henderson. There's DJ and Bird for the layup.
My goodness.
Just hit Maxwell in the head and bounced right into Bird's hands.
Well, Dennis Johnson overpassed. He tried to get it into Maxwell. They kept it alive, and Bird with nose for the ball. Now watch. Look at that. He tries to deflect it off to Bird. Bird, alert, comes up with maybe a big three-pointer.
He's got a great pair of hands in addition to everything else that he's got.
Oh, he missed one.
That ends the streak at 30. He has 32 points.
And had 30 straight free throws. Made.
110 to 102. Sidney, what a move, but he didn't get the roll. But the Bucks control, and Dunleavy's going to slow it up. Now Lanier with the jumper. Nelly may have wanted to hold up a little bit there. We'll see. Lanier was wide open, though. DJ in three-point range. He's short. Lanier boxed out Parrish beautifully.
Right, you got to block when they take that shot. Perry's playing with 5 fouls.
That could do it. Mike Dunleavy with the layup. Johnson from Bird. Goes against Lanier. McKeskey has played another great game tonight. Bucks by 10. 2:25 to go. 3 for Dunleavy. Woo! K.C. Jones wants timeout. Listen to this crowd. You can't beat it, John. This is what it's all about. Fans paying big money to see great basketball.
That's right. You know, Dick, it's good for the players to finally play a good game. Look at this again. But it's wonderful for these fans because they came in here tonight. The Bucks have not played well in this series like they can play. Look at Dunleavy. And tonight they've done that, and these fans responding.
Dunleavy, what a bonus coming from Wall Street to the NBA.
That's right. And he uses the three-point area so well. Look at this. Man, this baby is bullseye all the way. He's looked at John McLaughlin film.
Give him 13. McLaughlin's been sipping something here on the side, I think.
Man, you know, it's easy to talk about it when you don't have to prove it anymore.
Amen. Well, these fans have proven one thing. They are behind their Milwaukee Bucks no matter what. I think that's the message they've sent tonight.
Oh, they certainly are. They're great fans. And as they are in Boston, they're great fans there. Great fans deserve great teams.
Bob Lanier, you know, at the start of the game, John, We let the introduction speak for itself. The crowd roaring with every starter coming out. We said you'd have to be a mannequin not to feel something from that kind of reaction, and it's carried through right through the ball game.
And the crowd's been there through the ball game.
Right. 2:15 to go. John McLaughlin and Dick Gonski, glad you've joined us here on Sports View tonight.
Now Boston might start looking for some three-point shots here pretty soon.
Ainge will get 2, and they'll call it on Mike Dunleavy. Number 3 on Dunleavy.
You know, Ainge is a fooler. You don't think he's 6'5", but he's a strong 6'5", and he's very quick with it. He doesn't look that big or that quick. He's both.
The Bucks lead was down to 4, 102-98 with 5:45 to go, and that's when things started to happen. Milwaukee outscored Boston 13-4 in the next 2.5 minutes and really salted this one away. 2 minutes left. An 11-point Bucks lead. Game 5 at Boston Wednesday night. Sydney. Wedman. Moncrief. That's why he's Defensive Player of the Year. We'll get to Wedman with the deliberate foul. But that's the kind of play that you expect from great defensive players.
That's right. Great anticipation. Now, what helped on that, there was a lot of pressure on the ball on Ainge. He couldn't make a clear pass, and then you'll see Wedman take the foul. Where Boston's making an error here, and it's really, they didn't even get a shot, much less a three-point effort or a basket.
1 out of 2 for Super Sydney. It's 116-104. There's M.L. Carr.
Are you kidding me? He came in off the bench.
They said about changing names, you know, there were a lot of guys changing their names. He said, M.L. Carr, I might just become Abdul.
That clock on the Bucks miss here.
Yes, and Kite has the rebound. 116-107, and Ainge will try a three-pointer. He's short. Carr has the rebound. And he tried to slap it off Dunleavy, but missed.
Now you got to run clock.
On McKeskey traveled, no call. Cressy is fouled by Wedman.
I'll tell you, if that's
17-107, a 10-point lead with 109 to go. And a foul call. And Don Nelson saying, hey, fellas, let him play. Let him play. We got to run a little clock. 103 to go. We're up 10.
Yeah, you don't want to commit these fouls at this point. That's on Romar. Just play good D and don't commit fouls. Run the open offense at the other end to use clock and spread the floor.
M.L. Carr goes to the line. 3 points. He had a 3-point field goal, and he hits. And he hits again. 8-point lead for the Bucks. Under a minute, dangerous pass, and there's another one, stolen by Carr. M.L. Carr inside, doesn't get the roll, tipped in. They're probably giving it to Maxwell.
Yeah, I think so.
It's 117-111. Wedman with the foul. That's the roll. That's what good shooters do.
Yeah, lay it on that front rim.
That's right. Give it a little touch. Ainge kicks it out. They want a 3-point opportunity from Ainge. He misses. And Wedman has the rebound. They're going to go for another 3 from Ainge. In and out. McKeskey has it. 30 seconds to go. Nice hands by Romar.
Good hands.
That ball could have gone out of bounds. And the foul. Cressy will go to the line. 4 seconds to play. 119 to... There's 20 points for Cressy. Best game of the series for him. Under 20 seconds now. 3-pointer for Carr. Boy, that was from the twilight zone. Dunleavy ahead of the pack. 9 seconds. Stuff for Cressy. He has 22. The Bucks by 11. They let Ainge go in. It's a 9-point lead with 2 seconds left. And with the clock, Cressy, Bridgman, it's all over. And the Milwaukee Bucks have won in the playoff final series. M.L. Carr and Lorenzo Romar kind of talking to one another. ML Carr really upset about something, that elbow that he took.
Yeah, but he's given a lot of them out in his career, I'll tell you that.
True.